Boy, that was the trick. Shh, I have a confession about this confession. Told you guys I'd be 100% honest, transparent with you. So here we go. I too was scammed by a Filipina. Shocking, I know, shocking. Well, let me tell you a little bit about that story. So everybody by now knows I moved to Hawaii for a couple of years, and it was right after my divorce. I'd been working on it for 2 years, a little over 2.5 years, and my buddy who I was staying with decided he was going to get remarried, so I didn't have a place to stay. So I said, I don't want to stay in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, there's nothing left here for me. So I booked it over to Hawaii, found a job, and was working there. But when I got there, it was real easy for me to make friends. A lot of people have a hard time. They call us Hallies. Hallies for a reason. This means no breath. White man with no breath. I guess it means they didn't trust him back in the Captain Cook days. So you have to go do your own history lesson on that. I started making friends pretty easily because I was working in a therapy clinic, and I had access to a lot of people in the fitness center, and the therapy clinic was located inside. So started making Facebook friends. Well, what happened was, I guess a lot of guys that live in Hawaii would go to Thailand and the Philippines for vacation, and they'd meet these girls and they would friend them on Facebook. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So girls would see I was friends with these men they knew, and they would message me. And naturally, at that time I was 49, 50. I'm kind of curious. I got these young girls, wanting to reach out to me. Well, I knew nothing about the Philippines then. I've never gone to the Philippines, never had any interest in going to the Philippines. But now that these girls, I say girls, were interested, I started chatting them. And there was this one particular girl, and she was probably, 25 then. This had been 10 years ago. 25? Yeah, 10 years ago. And I was 49, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I started chatting her. Like I said, oblivious to any Philippine scams or how the online dating thing worked. And it wasn't that I was really online dating. I was just chatting, and we started talking. And she was pretty new to her new craft, but she got me. And how'd she get me? Well, I think I started probably talking to her in September, October. And, she would share her story with me and show me where she lived. And, it was in U.S. standards, Western standards, it was pretty poor. So it kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit, because I don't want to see anybody not doing well. So I know a bunch of you are already laughing because you know exactly what's happening. And I stop for a minute. Hey, before we go any further, I just want to tell you, if you've been scammed or you think you're being scammed, if you'll stick around to the end, I've got some resources for you that can help you vet your girl. So stick around. All right, let's get back to the talk. I laugh too when I look back on it. But she waited. She played this waiting game. And it got down to Christmas and the holidays. And Christmas starts September 1st in the Philippines. And that was kind of like, I kept asking her when I'd see her, I was like, what's all the Christmas music? So she explained it to me. And it got Christmas. And that's when she dropped the first bomb on me. She knew I was an empathetic guy, working in healthcare. That's been my whole career, helping people. And I don't like to see people hurt. So she goes, yeah, this is going to be a really sad Christmas. Poor, don't have any money, can't afford food or presents for the family, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't want you not to have a good Christmas. So I wired her a couple of $100, maybe $200. Nothing much, and nothing much to me. So she took the money, did the whole dog and pony show, sent me pictures of her getting dressed up, and she's going to the Western Union office to get her money. And then she gets her money, and she doesn't have load, so she can't video me. Of course she doesn't have load. We know they have load. But for those of you who don't know what load is, that's when they go and prepay for a month's worth of service or a week or whatever, so they can have internet on their. So anyway, comes back, bought all these groceries, shows me pictures and videos of them setting up for Christmas and all the presents that the money I gave her bought and the food. And it wasn't just me, it was, I don't know how many other expats she was talking to. But anyway, I was like, oh man, I feel great about myself. Look at me. I'm such a good guy. Boy, that was the trick. So Christmas passes by, and then she would call me, or she would want me to call at certain times. Excuse me. And I was like, well, why am I going to call at a certain time? I'll call when I call. But the thing was, she wasn't just doing that to me. She was doing it to 10 other guys. And you're like, Thomas, how do you know that? I'm going to tell you how I know it. This is a 10-year ordeal, okay? So I catch on. I'm like, yeah, I'm dumb. I was born at night, but not last night. I see what's going on here. So I'd call her, she wouldn't answer. Or I'd text her, she wouldn't text back. Oh, always an excuse. Oh, I had to go see my grandmother. She was sick in the hospital. Oh, I didn't have load. Oh, you know, I had to go to the store. My Wi-Fi went out. You know, it's everything. We had a brownout. This is all the time. So then she kept asking me for more and more money. And I'm like, nah, that's not happening. So, but she was real persistent. And finally, I just said, enough is enough. I see the red flags. I'm not planning on going to the Philippines. So yeah, this is not for me. So I blocked her. And then she would find a way to reach out through someone else's Facebook page, and I'd block her again. So I blocked her. And finally, I guess the technology wasn't such then. We didn't have all the WhatsApp and all these other apps and things. So basically got rid of her off Facebook. So here's the plot twist. So told you I've gone to the Philippines. I was recently there. I think it's 2024 September, August, September 2024. And I wasn't really using Facebook much anymore. I really don't. Just go in there and look at some memories from time to time. You know how that happens. But I was more on Instagram, TikTok. So I was documenting everything on Instagram. Well, lo and behold, you know, of course it sets my location as I'm in the Philippines. Next thing I know, I get a message. Now this is 2024. This other thing happened in what, 2016? So I get a message in there. Hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. And I'm like, who the heck is this? And I looked at it, and I looked at the picture, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's her. I'm not going to say her name, and I'll tell you why I'm not going to say her name. But she was like, it was a new end. Well, I was recently divorced a second time, and I was like, well, this might be a little fun. Let's just talk to her and see what's happening. So started chatting on WhatsApp. Okay, boy, another mistake. But you know, I'm single. I'm not really dating anybody. I'm not in a serious relationship. So I say, well, just occupy my time. It'll be kind of fun. Man, I wish I'd have never opened up that can of worms. Holy moly. So we start chatting, and I told her up front, I said, do not ask me for any money. Do not. If you want to talk to me, we can talk, but do not ask me for money. And you know what? She didn't ask me for money. Not for a month, 2 months maybe. But I wasn't chatting her every day. I mean, she'd send me a text or whatever. I wouldn't respond. And then she goes, hey, I want to come to the United States. Again, knowing nothing about the Philippines and visas and all that stuff. I was like, okay. I'm thinking USA. You know, we got a passport. That passport is the gold standard. You can pretty much go to any country without any additional paperwork, visas, anything. You know, you just jump on a plane, you decide you want to go that day, and you go. I guess the Philippines passport does not have that same weight. You have to get permission to the government to travel to certain countries. I think you can travel locally to like Thailand, Vietnam, Southeast Asian countries, but Australia, New Zealand, USA, those countries are out unless you get special permission from the government. So I was like, yeah, come. Why not? So then she goes, well, I have to go to the embassy in Manila. I don't know where she lives, to be honest with you. It's somewhere south. I can't remember. But she goes, I have to take a ferry, and it's going to take 20 hours or something. I have to take all these ferries and buses and whatever. And I was like, okay. She goes, but I need money to process the paperwork. And I was like, oh, here we go. I said, how much is it? I don't know, it was like $100 or something. I said, all right, $100. Now I'm down $300, okay? So she does this whole elaborate thing. Now remember, she's 35, I think now, so she's got 10 years to just strengthen up her game. And boy, did she. So she waits a couple of days, comes back, gives me a picture of the embassy, you know, something she probably downloaded offline. Had these documents and said, yeah, I was talking to the agent, and because you haven't been here to visit me, then we have to do additional paperwork, blah, 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 and it's going to cost X number of dollars. And I'm like, okay, sure. All right. So, and she goes, but they assure me I'm going to be able to get this visa. Again, naive Thomas has no idea how all the paperwork, the visas and things work for visiting the United States, right? I just thought it was going to be simple and easy, like we do when we get on a plane and we fly there. But, you know, I've been doing all this research now, and I'm much more knowledgeable. And I watch a lot of you bloggers out there. So I was like, okay, how much is that? And she goes, oh, it's another $100. Okay, $400. I said, all right, $400 cheap. Let's see what happens. And then it comes back, oh, we got to do this. But I was like, yep, nope, I'm out. So I told her, I said, go scam somebody else. I said, I see how this is going. I got to give you props. You've been working on this craft for 10 years, and you're getting good at it. So I blocked her. WhatsApp, social media, everything. Well, then all of a sudden I started getting these random messages from WhatsApp accounts. Hi, this is, I'm not going to say her name. I'm using my mom's phone. Please call me. Nope, blocked that one. A couple days later, get another random number for WhatsApp. Hey, it's so-and-so. I just wanted you to call me and talk to me. And I was like, nope, I'm out $400. I'm good. So what I'm getting at is she was relentless. And then I started looking at Facebook. And you know how Facebook will do the suggestions? Take a look at the suggestions. I'd see her picture, but it's always a different name. And I'd click on it, and the account will be locked. But I don't know if you ever clicked on a locked account, but you can kind of see her around the border. And there would be a picture, and it was her with a Western man. And it looked like she was in a wedding dress. And I was like, okay. And then I'd get another suggestion, and it would be her. And it'd be another account that was locked. So all these accounts have been locked. So she has been doing this for probably since she was a teenager. So this is why I had to be so careful. Oh my God. So I started this channel, basically. I restarted it in June, 1st of June. And that's when most of my subscribers locked onto my channel, because I titled it The Thomas Take, Philippines, an American Exit Strategy. And my first video, or second video that I posted, was like blew up, went viral. It got 47,000 views. Basically me just looking at the camera going, am I crazy? And yes, I am crazy for reaching out and talking to this girl again. But so fast forward, I hadn't talked to this girl she's tried to find ways to text me or reach out to me. And I had some friends over there that I wanted to reach out to, and they use an app called Viber. So I downloaded the app because I wanted to see if I still had them in my contacts, because I had deleted it, and they were. Man, I wasn't on Viber 2 hours, and I'm getting messages from this girl. I'm like, oh my God, this woman is stalking me. Or she sees a mark or an idiot, but I'm not, I promise you. So I'm like, okay, delete that app. That's not worth it. So I started this YouTube channel, right, June? I'll be damned. I'm reading through the comments, because you guys know, if you go look at comments, I try to answer each and every one of them, because I'm so thankful to have you guys as followers and subscribers, and I try to make an effort to answer every single one. I believe in that 47K video, there were over 800 and something comments, and I responded to all of them. So 400 of them are mine. But I didn't respond to one, because I get this message in the comments going, hey, you look like you lost weight. Your beard's a little thick. And I'm like, who in the heck is this? It's got to be somebody from South Carolina that knows me. Click on it. Oh my God. Guess who it is? This has been going on for 10 stinking years, man. I'm like, I cannot get rid of this woman. So with that said, I'm only out $400. And I know there's some of you poor guys that have been taken to the cleaners, thousands and thousands of dollars. You've been coerced to buy houses and property that you will never own, and then they leave you. It's just insanity. I'm going to give a shout out to a channel that I watch, because I think this is a very helpful service. I have not used it personally, but I follow them, and I'm pretty sure this would be a wise move if you need to vet somebody. So I follow Rob and Chrissy on Fly Me to the Philippines. And Chrissy has a side business where I don't know how much it costs. And like I said, I can't vouch for it. I've just seen it, and I think it would be a good service. But you consult with her. She goes and does a social media sweep on the girl that you're talking to, and lets you know if she's a good girl or she's a scammer like the one I had. So, like I said, I can't vouch for them, but it seems like it would be a really good service, and I follow them. I like their content. I think it's completely legitimate, and I think she would do an excellent job tracking down that information for you. So Fly Me to the Philippines I'll put a link in the comment section, also in my description. But any guys out there who are dating long distance, the LDR, and you're not quite sure if she's being loyal to you or talking to 10 other guys like the scammer I'm talking about, I think it'd be worth doing your due diligence. But with that said, like I plan on going to the Philippines. I'm going with a different motive. I'm not going there to meet a girl. I am going there to reconstruct my life there, and just see what happens. Remember, I can't do it here, but remember, time is strong. Don't rush it. Don't waste it. And sure as hell don't get scammed.
Time is strong, and so are you. You have got to stay focused. Never give up on your big dreams.